The 2026 college baseball season is starting to hit the home stretch. Just 3 weekends left in the regular season. Cannot believe we are already near the finish line, but a far away from over and a far away from that dog pile in Omaha. And one of the teams that wants to crack down that door and get to the College World Series is the Kansas Jayhawks, and they are as hot as ever. And we are delighted to be joined by one of the members of the Kansas Jayhawks. Brady Ballinger is with us here on Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers. David Kahn with you. We'll get to Brady in just a second, but first have to give a shout-out to our sponsors, Homefield Apparel. Shout out to Homefield Apparel. They're makers of quality, thoughtful apparel for more than 200 colleges and universities all across the country, including the Kansas Jayhawks. So get to homefieldapparel.com, buy yourself some sweet gear. Brady's sporting some really nice Kansas gear right now. There's some in the office behind him. He's got the regional hat from last year on. He needs another one for this year. They're definitely going to get one of those. Maybe they'll be hosting at Hoagland Ballpark. We'll see. But regardless, get to homefieldapparel.com, buy yourself some Kansas Jayhawks gear, and support Kansas as they make a run at a Big 12 conference, a regular season title, which they've never gotten in program history. All right, Brady, welcome to the show. That was a lot of words from me. Just glad to have you on. You got a big smile on your face, and I think that just goes to show you're having so much fun this year, aren't you?
Yeah, no, it's a blast this year. You know, team's playing great right now. A lot of fun characters on this team. Loud dugout. You know, sometimes we might get a little carried away, but we're just having a blast out there and just trying to do what we do, stay on us. You know.
This is baseball, man. You can't get carried away. It's a kid sport, right?
Exactly.
We're just delighted to be playing it at the level that you are, and so much fun to watch you and this team play. But yeah, this team is just fun, and it's hard to have more fun than you are right now. I mean, you're on a tear, 34-11, 3-game lead in the Big 12. 18 of your last 19 are dubs, 6 straight Big 12 series wins, including going to Manhattan, sweeping Kansas State for the first time since 1963. Yes, sir. Like, I mean, you can't be having more fun than this team right now, can you?
No, just team's having a great time. You know, going to Manhattan, getting a sweep K-State was a lot of fun. You know, big rivalry, big time rivalry for the school and the players themselves. So it was just awesome to experience.
What is it about the chemistry of this team that just makes you guys be this lighthearted, jovial bunch that you guys are? Because you're playing a real good brand of baseball, but like you said, you're also having a ton of fun.
I would say it was just, you know, we emphasized when everyone got to campus. You know, we have 27 new guys, I believe, compared to last year. I emphasized myself personally. I know a lot of returners did. Us, the 7 of us that returned, we emphasized trying to hang out with everyone and like get to know everyone and get close with everyone to make sure that we could build chemistry as quick as possible, because we don't have the advantage of other schools where they're there for 2 to 3 years together and like building that chemistry over time. So we have to emphasize it a lot more in the fall, but I think we got ahead of it this year and being able to get close and like start to fight for each other and just be good teammates with each other.
One of the most interesting things about that is your head coach, Dan Fitzgerald, has mentioned that this team's culture is so amazing. You all love hanging out with each other. You've mentioned that as well, but you guys have a lot of different personalities, yet this team is very like-minded. Do you think that's an accurate assessment of this team?
I would say so. You know, not everyone has the same personality or even close to it, but we just have a lot of different personalities that are all behind the same side of the rope and just trying to pull and just trying to help the Jayhawks win.
So when you're in the fall and you're trying to get these guys together and build this chemistry up, like you're obviously an extrovert. I can tell from your personality. Like you love to be out there. You love to be, you know, talking and being involved. So what's yours and the other returners' strategy? You got 27 new guys coming on campus. How do you go about building this chemistry so quickly?
Just including everyone and everything, you know, whether it's as small as just going out to dinner after practice, like inviting everyone that wants to go. Just simple as that, to like, hey, all of us are hanging out at so-and-so's house. You should come. Like, just trying to get more people involved and like making no one feel like they're left out and they always have a spot where they can come hang out and just be with the team.
No, I love that. That's great. You mentioned all the newcomers this year, and I saw the tweet the other day from Kansas Baseball Data at KBaseball Data on Twitter, on X. If you want to follow the Jayhawks baseball team, you should follow them. They tweet cool stuff. It was just detailing where all the guys in this lineup came from. 7 JUCO transfers, 1 NAIA guy, 1 D2 guy make up the starting 9. Like, there's nobody that's coming from D1. It's all these dudes that have come from the lower levels of college baseball. And I mean, so the common folk might look at that and go, "What? Okay, cool, but why does that matter?" Well, I think it matters because you can all very easily relate to one another. You came from the same place. You wanted a shot at D1 baseball. You got it. And now you're having a season like you're having. That's got to be pretty special, right?
Yeah, no, I think we have like 3 or 4 guys that have not either gone to JUCO or played at a lower level than Division One. And shout out Jordan Bach for being able to say he went NAIA and JUCO. He was written as NAIA. He also went JUCO after his freshman year, but shout out him. But it's just a bunch of guys that can relate to having a lot less resources and having to love the game and just to get through the grind of JUCO and NAIA and D2. So it's just like a bunch of guys that are like that have done it before and are now we have it pretty easy. We're a Power 5 program that has a ton of resources.
Yeah, I mean, you said the other day, you were like, people don't understand like what you don't have in JUCO, like unless you've lived it, you've been through it, and this entire team has been through it. So now you're at Kansas, you've got all these resources, and you're playing as well as you are. Like that is such a game changer for a team, and it's certainly helping Dan Fitzgerald's club be as good as they are. He also said back in Manhattan last weekend that you guys made great use of, I think it was a 5-hour rain delay or something crazy like that. You guys found the indoor facility, you invaded, and you played a bunch of different games. I think he called it a junior high recess, which I think is pretty accurate. Like that sounds right. What's the game of choice for this team to pass the time?
When we're indoor down there, we were playing a lot of hacky sack. Okay. Playing a lot of spades.
Spades, yeah.
Yeah, just so I think our managers were playing spike ball, having the time of their lives. It was just a lot of fun down there. We were still locked in on the game, but just having fun while we couldn't play.
I mean, you got to find a way to pass the time somehow. Mm-hmm. So you're playing hacky sack. Who's the best hacky sacker, if that's how you say it?
Oh, Dom's pretty good.
Dom Vogel. Okay.
Yes. Another person that's really good is Thaniel Trumper, who's a coach this year, was on the team last year. Yeah. He's really good at hacky sack. He was playing with us the other day. Okay. I'm trying to think who else. Blake O'Brien's always good. Gavin Slaughterback. Sure. Pretty good hacky sack player himself as well.
Makes sense. Okay. I did just see on Dom, they mic'd up his dog as a promotion for Bark in the Park. That's pretty cool. Dom's dog, team dog.
Kind of. We got him a few weeks. I forgot the exact day. I think it was middle of March. Okay. He got him then, and then Buck's just been around the facilities as much as Dom brings him. He's a puppy, so he still has some nibbling issues, but he's a really good dog.
Just when you break a bat, just give him the old bat and let him chew on that. He'll be okay. Buck, also a great name for a dog. Mm-hmm. Just putting that out there. Any pets for you? You got any back home or with you here in Lawrence?
I have two dogs back home. Named Ash and Jasmine. They're from the same litter. Both are one's a Malamute mix, one's a Beagle mix. I don't know exactly how it all works, but we got them at the same time. So.
Okay. No, I like that. And you're a Nevada guy, so yes. we'll get into that in just a second. And folks, if you say Nevada, I'm gonna come through the screen. It's Nevada, not Nevada. I'm saying that on Brady's behalf because I know that it probably hurts every native of Nevada when you say Nevada. It's Nevada. Let's just get that right now. Let's go back to Coach Fitzgerald because he said something about you that I really liked. He said Brady is incredibly likable, humble, a fantastic teammate, and he plays baseball versus working baseball, which, he says, like, look, he's got an incredible work ethic. He's very serious, but he's playing the game. Like, he's still just playing. You have so much joy in what he does. What does that mean to hear that from your head coach? Because you recently said, I'm just trying to have the time of my life. I don't care whether I'm 0 for 4 or 4 for 4. So it seemed like he nailed you pretty good.
I've played a lot of baseball and I've just loved the game. I still love the game. I've seen baseball get taken away from people like that. So I just try to enjoy every moment of it while I can. I know it's not going to be a permanent thing. So just while I'm able to play it, just have the blast of my life.
No, that's a great philosophy to have. Brady Ballinger joining us here on Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers as Kansas prepares for its final 3 weekends of Big 12 conference play. Got Arizona this weekend, West Virginia, and then a trip back close to home, Provo, Utah, to end the season as they try and win their first ever Big 12 regular season championship. Zeroing in on you, we mentioned you're a Las Vegas native from Nevada, went to the College of Southern Nevada to start. First of all, growing up in Vegas, like that's different, right? Like I know it's not always the Strip and the fancy hotels and the casinos. Like there's other parts of Vegas, but still you're in a tourist capital of the world. That's got to be a little unique growing up there, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say I've probably been down to the Strip 5 times in my life.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't go down there very much. It's a big tourist trap, and I really don't care to be down there.
No.
I would say it's almost like growing up in any other big city at that point. Once you avoid the Strip, you have a lot of places you can go do, a lot of fun stuff to do, but it's just Vegas instead of like Los Angeles or Atlanta or somewhere like that.
I mean, you're preaching to the choir, man. I grew up in Orlando, like 30 minutes from Disney World. I went maybe 10 times in 18 years. Like, I mean, it's a tourist trap. I mean, not that I don't like it, but I'm not going to go down there all the time.
Exactly.
So I feel you on that. So you start local, and then you have the opportunity to venture away from home. You choose Kansas. You had a few more Western schools that were recruiting you, USC, Utah Valley, Utah. Was it hard to make the decision to go further away?
I don't think it was that hard. I remember I was beginning of summer. I had a few schools reach out to me. It wasn't a ton, and the one I was like wrestling with the most was between going back to my JUCO or going to Utah Valley at the time. And I decided to go back to my JUCO, and then KU reached out to me, and I talked to Coyne, loved Coyne immediately as soon as I talked to him, and then I came out on my visit, met Coach Fitz, and fell in love with Lawrence. The smaller town vibe compared to Las Vegas. Just it was a lot like slower, I guess is the best term to say it. But I really enjoyed the vibe of Lawrence, and I on my visit I committed to come to KU, and it's probably the best decision I've ever made.
Wow! Oh, they got you on the visit. Wow. Okay.
I think we were actually getting out of the car to go to the airport. And I'm like, I told Coyne that I wanted to be a Jayhawk. So,
wow. Okay. So what was? I mean, you mentioned the small town vibe, and you loved Coyne. Like, was there something that happened, or was it just like the experience of being in Lawrence was like you're like, this is where I have to be?
It was just I can't really explain it, but it was the experience of being there. I had a teammate that from my JUCO that was coming to KU. So that helped a lot. I talked to him a lot about the coaches, and he told me how genuine they were and how they would just tell me, they wouldn't tell me what I wanted to hear. They tell me what the truth was. And that really stood out to me. I love that when people are just genuine and like, I don't care if you don't want to hear this, you need to hear this right now. And I just love the coaches that do that. And Fitz does a really good job of doing that.
Okay, yeah, so that was kind of my next question is like working with Dan Fitzgerald. Like he seems like someone who will tell you how it is. I mean, he's going to support you. He's going to love on you. He seems like a real player's coach, but that also comes with the fact that like if you're screwing around, he's going to get after you, right?
He does a good job at keeping the fun of baseball as well as the work when we're at practice. You can't always be screwing around, unfortunately, though I try my best sometimes.
Are you the resident funny guy on the team? Is that your job?
I don't know if I'm the resident funny guy. I would not say I do my work, but I don't. I take stuff less seriously than a lot of other people do. I do my obviously go after my baseball stuff, but like if we're out on the field just hanging around, I'm not going to be the most serious guy out there.
Okay, no, I got you. That all makes sense. So last year you come to Lawrence, you dominate, you lead the team in so many categories. You were named an All-American, and then this year you come back and Fitzy goes, "Hey, Brady, you're going to the outfield. You're going left. Like you were at first, you did great. You're an All-American. I'm putting you in left field now." How's that transition come about, and what was the process like shifting to a full-time outfielder?
When Fitz told me probably middle of summer last year that like he wanted like about the idea, and I'm like, I'm all for whatever the team needs. if you want to bring in a new first baseman and put me in the outfield, I'm okay with that. And we ended up getting Josh Tykoff, pretty good player himself, and he's playing first and I'm playing left now. So I just told Fitz anything he needs me to do for the team, I'm willing to do.
He called you Lance Berkman-esque in the outfield. You like that?
I'll take that. Pretty good player comp.
Yeah, pretty good player comp. He was saying he's like, it doesn't look like Brady can run well, but he runs better than you think. And I think that's a pretty accurate description of Lance Berkman too. Like, it doesn't look like he runs well, but Lance Berkman runs pretty better than you think.
Mm-hmm. And, when he told me that, I felt, I was like, I'll be compared to him. That's okay.
Yeah, big leaguer, World Series champ.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, sure, why not?
That guy's pretty good at baseball.
Yeah, just a little bit. All right, so talk to me about your approach at the plate, because I know you have a bit of a more old school setup in the box, and you draw a ton of walks. Like you did that last year. You led the team in OPS and runs, and as we come into this weekend in Arizona, you're doing more of the same. A ton of walks. You've reached base in 20 straight games coming into this weekend. So how do you approach an at-bat as a guy who's just really good at getting on base?
It's just trying to stay in the zone, not trying to do too much. You're not going to get too many pitches to hit. So when they do make a mistake, do bounce on it, but just don't hit a pitcher's pitch. Try to get your pitch. And then when you get 2 strikes, just fight your tail off. Try to put something, foul a few pitches off, see more pitches, just have long ABs.
Okay. No, I like that. All right. So I've got this in my hand right now. I've been playing around with it the whole episode. This is called the Borgoball. Have you seen this before? Is this?
Yes.
You have?
Yes, yeah. I've seen that before.
Okay. Is this in the Kansas locker room yet? Do you guys have these?
We had one like a week ago and it broke. It like the part of the foam came undone. But
okay.
Yeah, we did mess around with that a good amount when we had it.
All right, so here's the good news for you. The Backyard Baseball Bros, who create the Borgoball, they are a sponsor of the show.
Oh.
They have said that anybody who doesn't have these in their locker room, they will send a 4-pack to. But I'm not going to tell them you already had one. So we'll get you a fresh 4-pack coming to Lawrence.
Perfect. Thank you.
Very soon. I'll get the mailing address for the baseball department. I'll put them to your attention. They'll get them to you as quick as they can. So you get a fresh 4-pack. You can keep messing around with them. But backyardbaseballbros.com. Go there. 4-pack for $20. They have baseball, softballs, a bat, a strike zone, the best training tools out there. You can learn how to take pitches the way that Brady does at the plate by throwing this indoors. You can use the strike zone, the BorgoZONE that they have, and you can be like Brady and take all these walks because you're so good at the plate with your eye, and you don't swing at a pitcher's pitch. You swing at a hitter's pitch. Use the Borgoball, backyardbaseballbros.com. All right, so on this show, Brady, they sponsor a segment called the Borgoball Moment That Delivered, which is basically a moment that lives rent-free in your head. And I'm sure you have other ones besides this one, but I'm going to throw this one out there to start. The 3-run homer at Kansas State on the 11th pitch of the at-bat that won that game in the 9th inning. I mean, I'm there may be others, but for me, I feel like that has to be the moment that delivered for you, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely one of the best moments I've had in my career, especially at KU. Just how big that rivalry is. Being able to deliver in the 9th inning for my team, help us take the win, and then also later that inning, Tyson Owens getting a hold of one as well, making it a 2-run lead, giving us some insurance. It was a really good feeling seeing him do that and also getting one.
Oh, for sure. So take me back to that at bat. Like that, you had 11 pitches before you finally hit the home run. What were you seeing? How process that at bat for us?
I remember Jordan came in to score and he told me about like, hey, this is like the pitch that I saw. These are the pitches I saw. Just like be aware of them. It was like he said when the cutter was down in the zone, it was more gyro slider-ish and just dropped down. So I just remembered him saying that. And then I saw a few fastballs early and a lot of cutters. I remember fouling one back, and I remember feeling like I was seeing it really well. And I just kept fouling pitches, spoiling stuff. Took a close 1-2 pitch, I believe it was, off the plate. It was, and just felt very confident when I saw that. I was like, I'm seeing this guy really well. He ends up going a little off the plate on the 11th pitch. I get enough of it, obviously, to get it out to left.
Yeah, you did. That's got to be such a great feeling when you're at the plate and you're like, I have this guy. Like, I know I have him, right?
It felt really good. It was just I was seeing a ton of his pitches, and I wasn't nothing really quote unquote fooled me. I was able to see everything well, see it deep. I had one pitch that I fouled off, and I'm like, well, that's a good feeling. I didn't see it the best, and I was still able to foul it off. So it's just working that at bat and getting it going.
No. Yeah, that's awesome stuff. All right, we'll take a break here on Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers. Come back with some more quick hitters as Brady Ballinger joins us here on 3D, member of the Kansas Jayhawks.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletic season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
What if you could throw MLB-style pitches anywhere without breaking anything? Introducing the Borgoball. Designed by former Division I players and a small family-run brand, this foam baseball is safe to use anywhere, including indoors. Featuring raised seams that mimic a real baseball, you can feel and see the spin of a 12-6 curveball and a sweeping slider, or watch a sinker plummet to the plate. Time to turn your space into a mini baseball diamond. 4-packs are available for just $20, but the family fun backyard memories, those are priceless. Use code BORGO10 for 10% off your first order at backyardbaseballbros.com today.
All right, back on Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers. Brady Ballinger, the Kansas Jayhawks, is with us. David Kahn with you. Quick hitters for you, Brady, as we continue along. There's some really amazing environments in Lawrence. Hoagland Ballpark, obviously. But then you got David Booth, Kansas Memorial Stadium, the brand new football stadium that looks incredible. And you got Allen Fieldhouse. What's the best environment at Kansas? Because it's hard to pick, man.
I'm very biased in saying this. I would say because I've played in it before, the Hog is definitely Hoagland Ballpark is definitely
Hoagland. Okay, all right,
definitely there. But Fieldhouse is one of the best environments in all of sports. Okay. I would take Hoagland personally, but I don't think it's that. I don't think it's pretty close between those two.
Do you guys call it the Hoag?
We just say Hoagland. Sorry.
Okay. All right. No, you're good. Okay. Rock Chalk Jayhawk. I've heard people describe it as intimidating. I've heard people describe it as creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is it to you, or is it a little of both?
I don't know if I'd use creepy. I think it's just a fun thing, It's it's about history for the university. So I think it's a really cool thing that you're keeping the history of the university while still moving forward.
Absolutely. Yeah. And they're not saying the words are creepy. They're just saying the ominous vibe of they starting slow and getting louder and I'm like, okay, I hear it, but I mean, it's meant to be intimidating. I'm on the intimidating side. I feel it every time I hear it. I'm like, whoa. And I'm not even playing Kansas. I'm just listening to it. I'm like, this is wild. All right. Speaking of listening to things, I hear you listen to slower music before games to calm yourself down and relax. What are we listening to?
My most listened to artist last year was Lana Del Rey. I listened to just like her. I listened to it's because some slower Olivia Rodrigo songs. It's really I don't think it'd be expected at all based on my personality and my what I would probably play for other people.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is no, but also you have a lot of energy, right? Like sometimes you do have to calm yourself down. I get that. I get the need for that type of thing. I'm a similar way, got a lot of energy, extroverted guy, so the slower music can loop you down. I have a buddy of mine who is a huge energetic dude. At the gym, he only listens to slow music to calm himself down. So I get it. It makes perfect sense. Also, who's gonna hate on Lana Del Rey and Olivia Rodrigo? If you are, you're wrong. Sorry.
Exactly.
We don't want you here with us. The mustache, super clean, man. It looks perfect. Is yours the best on the team? And if not, who has the best mustache?
Oh, I don't know. I think mine's the best not dyed one. Best
Okay.
natural one.
Not dyed. Oh, calling people out. Oh boy.
I think
Oh,
Tyson
man.
Owens might have the best mustache on the team, but I think I don't know if his is completely natural. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, very good. I love it. That's fantastic. What do you groom it a lot? Do you have like the mustache oil and stuff that you use on it?
I don't. That's like I haven't put any product to like help grow it or like help groom it. I just, I'll trim it up every once in a while. It's just
Good for you. Man, that's fantastic. Okay, tell us something we don't know about Dan Fitzgerald.
Coach Fitz is actually a really funny guy. Like
Really?
he will he'll chirp some players and like make some jokes during practice, and it's hard not to laugh at them sometimes when he's like trying to be serious and then he'll chirp someone and you're like trying not to laugh because it's a serious moment, but like also
Okay.
he's a really funny guy.
All right, Dan Fitzgerald, top tier trash talker. Got it. All right, put that in the old memory bank. I heard you model your game after Anthony Rizzo, so I'm assuming you're a Cubs fan, right? Like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. So if you got the chance to talk to Anthony Rizzo about baseball, what would you ask him?
What was it like being on that 2016 team?
Yeah,
I grew up huge fan of the Cubs, and watching that team, when I was 11, it was like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever. I would want to know what he felt like being on that team, all the personalities on that team, just all that.
I wonder if him and Chris Bryant were playing hacky sack in the clubhouse during the rain delay.
Maybe they might have been.
Yeah, and then they're like, 10 years later, our man Brady Ballinger is going to be playing hacky sack in Manhattan, Kansas, and then he's going to hit a 3-run home run, and it's all going to be great. So you got into baseball very early. Your brother PJ was a big influence for you there. How's your relationship developed with him, with the two of you playing ball?
I mean, I have a really good relationship with all my family. Closest with both my brothers. I talk to someone from my family every day. It's a great relationship. Being able to talk ball with him when we were young, and then when he was done with baseball, get to talk like a little bit more because now that he's not playing the game, since he has a different perspective on it. It was just a good relationship right there.
For sure. We mentioned music a little bit ago. You've got some top tier walk up songs though. Confirm if these are right or wrong. This is off the internet and we can't trust Google, but I Never Lie by Zach Top.
That's correct.
Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine.
Yes.
And The Gambler by Kenny Rogers.
All three of those have been my walk up songs.
3 for 3. We nailed it. All right, very good. How did you settle on those? And is there an even rotation or you switch them up?
So The Gambler was a little bit at the beginning of the year, and also last year whenever we went to Wichita for the neutral site games. And then this year it's been mainly I Never Lie and Dog Days Are Over. I Never Lie, last year I forgot what song I submitted the first time, but it didn't get through. And I'm like, I was more annoyed than anything. And I'm like, why not this song's going to get through? And then I just submitted it. And it was a hit with the student section. And I love the song personally. So I just thought it was a good one.
Oh, that's awesome. I've heard the student section like sings along with your walk-up songs when you come up.
At times they do. I was going to say, and then Dog Days Are Over, the newest of the three. One day I wanted to change my second walk-up song from The Gambler, just like different vibe, because I didn't want two country songs. And my girlfriend's like, well, if I had a walk-up song, mine would be Dog Days Are Over. And I'm like, well, that's a really good song, actually.
Yes.
And then I
shout out.
I actually surprised her. She came to one game and she didn't know I changed it. And so that's how that song came about.
Oh man. All right. What's her name?
Abby.
Shout out Abby. Shout out Abby for Dog Days Are Over. Dude, those are top tier walk-up songs. I love it. And I also think like the I Never Lie one, I think makes sense. You talked about at the very start of this show how you want honesty, transparency, direct communication. Boom. Nailed it. Dog Days Are Over is perfect right now because you're kind of through that slog of that March, that early April kind of. We're in it now. Like this is home stretch. This is make it or take it time. Like so like that's a great song now. And The Gambler, like it's a great song. I think it kind of fit a little bit for you, especially because like I mean you're not a gambler, but You're from Vegas.
Exactly.
Right?
That was the thought of it behind when I made it my welcome song.
Yeah, so I think they all work very, very well. And shout out Abby for adding the third one there, because those are fantastic. All right, a couple more minutes here with you with Brady Ballinger here on Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers as Kansas gets set to take on Arizona. What would it mean for you to help bring home the first Big 12 regular season title to Kansas?
Yeah, it would mean a lot. I've been through, met a lot of the guys that have played on previous KU teams. And just seeing how excited they are about like how we're doing this year so far, and even last year, when we like quote unquote brought back the program, as some people said online. I would say like just seeing their excitement in the team, just like it shows you how deep the connection is and how strong the alumni still run in this program, even if they had some down years, quote unquote.
And then if you go beyond that, how much would it mean to get to the College World Series?
That would mean a lot for my own personal selfishness. I really want to go play in Omaha, and then also for the Jayhawk program. Again, seeing the guys. I've met some of the guys that went to the '93 World Series. Some guys came back and talked to us, and just bringing it back, bring KU back to that national stage would be awesome.
Have you ever been to Omaha personally in like a travel team or anything like that?
No, I actually went there last year. My girlfriend lives in Omaha, so I actually went there last year. I went to a College World Series game. I got to see one of my buddies from JUCO play in Omaha, so it was just a really cool experience.
Man, all I'm taking away from this is shout out Abby. That's it. That's all it is. All right, man. Hey, Brady, really appreciate the time. This has been a lot of fun to get to know you, get to know your story, and talk some Jayhawk baseball. You guys are on a tear right now, and we'll be rooting for you the rest of the way as you guys wind down the regular season and hopefully bring home a Big 12 regular season title and a whole lot more. Maybe we'll see you in Omaha in June.
Hopefully. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. All right, that's Brady Ballinger of the Kansas Jayhawks here on Dugouts, Dumbbells, and Dingers.